I think
Could be a little bit of both. Who knows?
I think it's pretty funny. I think that it's something that should be considered. Although I did send a text to Tyler and I said, you should really consider this for your show. And he goes, no, we're not doing that.
Not even for the kids?
And I'm like, I think it'd be a great idea. You should do this. So here's the idea.
Okay.
And welcome to Mayhem's Amigos, everybody. I'm TJ. That's Adam. And we are After Dark again. Finally, back on the Thursday night show.
Yep.
At least for a couple of weeks because I've got vacation coming up. You know what? I'm not going to do the theme song again tonight, though. I will do it. I will start it again on Sunday. But I'm going to skip it tonight. Just shut that computer down. So while I was doing my show on Southern Fried Radio tonight, I had a great idea. I had a fantastic idea.
Those are usually the most perverted ideas that you have.
I had an amazingly wonderful, awesome idea that if they did it right, they could have made money on it.
Okay, and so what depraved idea did you give someone?
I passed my idea to my former crew, and namely Tyler, as an idea because it's more up their alley anyway, but it's a great idea. So what they need to do is they need to get a giant tent. Okay, and set that up. Then they need to get a spray tan machine.
Okay.
And put Bubba in that tent naked.
Okay, if it's going the way I think it's going, that's going to take too much tanner or bronzer.
Well, and then you have Fat 420 running the bronzer machine.
Okay.
And every time a donation is made, depending on the price of the donation, Fat 420's got to go in the tent and bronze that part of Bubba's body.
Oh, I was thinking for every donation, he gets another coat.
No. You got to break it down by different parts of the body. And then obviously when he's done head to toe, then you start adding coats to try to get him as orange as Donald Trump's hair.
Okay.
So, and it was started because Bubba said he likes standing in a tent naked and getting spray tanned. I'm like, okay. Click, I just had an idea.
Yeah. It's like wait a minute. He said that in Southern Fried Chat?
He said that in Southern Fried Chat. I'm like, I've got an idea.
I'm thinking sprayed with what?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Bronzer, mayo. I mean, it could be anything, right?
Cow semen? I mean, what?
Cow semen would work, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Just likes a little drizzle.
But I mean, my God, man, it's like, so everybody's asking me in Southern Fried, like, what all do I have going on, right?
Okay.
Like, well, I do the 2 shows there. I do the 2 shows here. Obviously my schooling and studying for my degrees. Then my teaching now that I'm back to being Professor TJ.
Yes.
And all of that. I've got all of that. Plus the work with my lawyer whenever my lawyer will decide to talk to me again.
Oh, lovely.
And trying to get that ball rolling, which works around my son.
Yeah.
And just there's a lot that's really going on. With Jen and her taking care of her stuff up in Chicago, and my dad's health now failing, and trying to work with that. I mean, it's just there's layers upon layers upon layers upon layers, and I've gotta give Grizzly a lot of credit, because Grizzly was the only one, as drunk as he was the only one who got into the chat room and he goes, TJ, I don't know how the fuck you hold yourself together with all this?
It's like I have a pretty good idea, although I still don't know quite how.
Well, drinking is involved.
Well, yeah,
The
but
bike is a huge part of it. I mean, if
yeah.
I didn't have that bike,
Well, like
oh,
from my point of view, you're always focused on that next step.
right.
You know it'll get you toward the big picture, but it's always that next small step
Yeah,
or the next feasible step you can take.
right.
So, you break things down into a lot of different steps, and then it's just that next small step
There's
in
a lot of
whatever you can do.
there are a lot of pieces to the puzzle that are there. Okay.
Yeah.
Which people don't realize. And it seems like it's a lot. Because what am I studying towards? I'm obviously studying towards a PhD.
Yeah.
So there's a lot there. You think, and when you look at that and you think about it, you're like, oh my God. And then, I'm working on clearing my debt. The sooner I have that debt cleared out, the better. And I'm just excited for that. And I'm very close, actually. I'm very close to seeing the light I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm really close to realizing that part of it. The debt is gone, other than my student debt
Yeah.
that is now occurring, but that's also helping my credit and getting it built back up. So I will be able to proceed forward with other things like buying a home.
Yeah.
Because I fully intend, I have no intention whatsoever of leaving Texas. I mean, I will leave to travel. I will leave to do things that I want to do on my terms when I have finally reached here. But to get there, there's a lot of little things that have to happen. And if I don't do them, they're never going to get done.
Yeah.
I have, for my summer semester, I think I have a pretty easy schedule. Okay. I've got American literature. I have sociology. I have English composition too. I really believe, to me, that's going to be an extremely easy semester to get through.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for that. I'm looking forward to that. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to need to find a place where I can grab a computer. I'm going to have to write down my stuff and everything before I leave, but I've got to find a place I can grab a computer while I'm up north. Hopefully, I might, I'm going to be honest, I might stop by BLH.
Okay.
While I'm up there and see if they've got a decent, affordable laptop.
Yeah.
That will do what I need it to do and allow me to log into my schoolwork and stuff while I'm on the road. And if I can find that, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
And then I would buy that and I'd be like, all right, now I have this laptop. I have exactly what I need to do my schoolwork while I'm gone. And get everything else I need to go with it to make it a little bit easier for me, because I hate the keyboards on a laptop.
Yeah.
But I bought this Logitech set that's a keyboard and mouse that's wireless. And I was really skeptical about it when I bought it. And I absolutely fucking love it.
Okay.
I mean,
then why not get a mini PC? And then maybe you have a monitor.
Well, and again, I go back.
You have the keyboard and mouse.
I need the laptop for the portability.
Okay.
All right. And to add to it, I need to ensure that I can use it for work as well.
Okay.
So I have to cover, I've got to be able to log into my work stuff and log into my school stuff while I'm on the road. And that's the whole point of the laptop.
All right.
So it's gonna need to be pretty much a monster. Like I'm looking for 16 to 32 gigs of RAM. It's gonna have to be able to run.
Okay.
The cool thing is once I've got that purchased, then if I do have to be in Illinois for whatever reason, because let's face it, I mean, they're now talking again with another amputation on my dad. So, with that being said, now I've got to be able to be mobile, 100% mobile at any given moment in time.
Yeah.
And because of that, and knowing that's got to be the case, once it's done, I'm ready to go. Bubba's been sitting there saying that Lori was naked, and she just leaned in the right way where I'm like, I see clothes on Lori. So I'm waiting for Bubba to go, no, she's naked.
Right.
Bones is
It's
like,
Bubba
hey.
we're talking about.
Bones is like, Lori, take your clothes off. I'm like, oh, come on, dude.
Yeah, let's beg her.
Stop
That
it,
sounds
boner.
good.
Nobody cares. Stop it, boner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, knock it off. Anyway.
So is that what his new nickname is, Bubba Boner?
No, Bones is another guy.
Okay.
When he starts driving me nuts, I call him Boner.
Okay.
But anyway, kind of back to what I'm saying is with my dad's medical stuff, with different things that are going on with the family, things that I may have to leave for and be up north. I've got to be able to take something with me where I could still do my work, still do my schoolwork, and be there.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is kind of the whole point. So obviously I can put that into a carry bag and I can take the laptop and I've got everything I need.
Yeah.
I want to be able to stick with that.
We'll see how that goes. I hope for your case it works.
Well, and it's like I told my uncle yesterday. My goal is to finally 100% everything paid off by spring break next year.
Okay.
Okay. I want that done because I want to finish the repairs on the coach and have it ready to roll by next summer.
Well, yeah, it's part of your mobility plan.
Right. Once this is ready to roll, I'm also going to be funneling money into my Chevy pickup because I've wanted that square body forever. So I'm going to be putting money into that. I'm actually going to check some stuff out on the Suburban while I'm up there. And my loving daughter has been informed I want my keys back.
Okay.
I have not seen money for it. There is nothing that's been done to it.
Yeah.
I want my fucking keys back.
Yeah.
Because if you're not going to do
wish you luck on that.
Well, and I'm going to basically tell her, if you guys are not going to do anything with the damn thing and you're not going to pay me for it, then I want the fucking keys back now. Go get them. Which will probably cause a big fight.
Yeah.
I told her Saturday, when I am up there, I need the keys back to the Suburban. I have gotten no response since then. Let's go another step. I talked to her mom a couple days later. Now, as you know, my daughter's mother and I still get along.
Yeah.
I'm talking to her, and she proceeds to inform me, because the whole thing I got from my daughter was, I got a house. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then I told her I need the keys back to Suburban. I'm like, fine, you got a house. It's about time. Good. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Fucking cartwheels?
Yeah, I know, right? Way to be an adult.
Yeah, about time.
Kinda.
So I'm talking to her mother.
Okay.
And I said, well, I hear they got a house. And her mother goes, yeah, a house. Okay. Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Yep. Danger, Wolf Robinson, danger.
Yeah. Like, okay, talk.
Yeah.
And her mother proceeds to tell me that it needs a new sewer pipe installed and
So
tied.
it starts off shitty. Way to go.
The whole thing needs remodeled completely. The roof is bad. Yeah, you don't know what you got growing in there.
Yeah.
But they got to put that house back together to even be able to move into it. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, and they got 6 months to get it done.
They're not. No, that's not happening. Like, they'd be lucky if they could get that done with a crew, like a paid, knowing what the fuck they're doing crew.
Yeah.
Trying to pull that off themselves? No.
So I go, okay. I sit back and I'm thinking. And I go, okay. I gave them a year. They could have had my house.
Yep.
They did nothing and then shit all over it.
Yeah.
Like, well, you know, hey, at least she's got her job. And at least they'll have money coming in to try to do something with it. And my ex goes, yeah, about that.
Would she lose her job too?
She has been fired. They walked her out at Rivian. Security came and got her and walked her out.
Oh, Jesus.
I do not know if her husband has also been walked out. But there's a good chance that he has.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I shook my head.
Yeah.
And my ex goes, okay, you're really quiet. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Absolutely correct. That takes some doing at Rivian to get walked out.
Yeah.
So my ex hears the silence and she goes, okay, what do you think? And I'm going,
Here it comes.
so she gets walked out from her job after getting a house that they got to put together with no money.
Yeah.
And now they have a car that they have to pay for with no money.
Yeah.
How are they going to do this? Oh, well, she got a job at Walmart.
Okay. So, minimum wage job.
I'm like, okay, so now this just keeps getting better and better. Yeah. Now she lost a decent paying job. I'm not going to say it's the greatest pay, but decent paying job at Rivian. Lost that for what? I don't even want to know. I don't want to know whatever the stupidity is that she got fired for.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. Because it's just going to take my blood pressure from here to friggin' here. Okay. Yeah. She lost a good paying job there to. I just read that message. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
I'll address that in a second.
I figured that may not be our place to share.
Did he put it on?
I think it was on Facebook. It was on Facebook, so maybe we can address it.
Well, I will. I'll just say.
I'll let you use your discretion.
All right, let me word it like this, since I've gotten sidetracked from my rant. I just got some news about Ray that he put on his Facebook. I'm not going to disclose the news. That is up. That's for him. But please keep Ray and his family in your thoughts and your prayers, because that family did have a tragedy today.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. It's a tragedy to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's not anything anybody ever wants to go through. So if you're curious, you can go to his Facebook page. You can see what he put there. Or I'm sure he'll say something on the subscriber show tomorrow. But, please keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and, hope they get through this with as little difficulty as possible.
Yeah.
All right. So back to the rant. She has this job at Walmart that's paying, I don't know how many dollars an hour less. Yeah. I have not been informed, but we have a possibility that they are short another income in that household. They have to put together a house, pay for a car, pay for phones, and essentially do this on Walmart money.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's probably minimum wage, at least for now. Just saying.
Now, and I will give my daughter credit where it's due. When she is at work and doing her job, she will work. The problem is getting her to go.
Yeah.
And it's like, you've got to show up.
Yeah.
You've got to do the job.
Mm-hmm.
If you cannot do these things, you're not going to have a job.
An employer's most sought after ability from a worker is availability.
The ability to show up.
Yes.
And Adam knows this because I've been in tight positions, and I will stretch every penny I've got. I'll go without food to get to work. Why? Because I show up and do my job. My next paycheck's coming.
Yeah. It just may not come in a timely manner.
Oh, let's not get into that last week crap. Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Yeah. I about hit the ceiling with that one. Not getting my paycheck when I'm supposed to get my paycheck. My God. Yeah, that made me, I was so pissed. But yeah, anyway, going back to point, I look at where they're at, and I'm waiting. Now, Jen is up in Chicago getting her stuff taken care of and working 2 jobs and going to and from work up there, utilizing public transit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Public transportation. The one job is from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
The other job is 7 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Ouch.
Now, I've seen her pull this crap before. And the fact of the matter is if she had a vehicle of her own, she could literally drive to both jobs, either one of them. The drive is 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Taking public transit stretches it into like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So she's an hour and a half to 2 hours one way, hour and a half to 2 hours back. She's not getting any sleep.
Yeah. Maybe an hour here, an hour there.
She's sleeping on the bus.
Yeah. Which isn't safe in Chicago.
Not really, no.
I would feel. Yeah.
No. So, obviously in my mind, next thing for her in her mind is get an apartment.
Yeah.
Next thing in my mind is get her a fucking car.
Yeah.
And if we get her a car, then she could do the 30 minutes to the one job, work 6 to 2, 30 minutes back, it's 2:30. She walks in the door from 2:30 to 6:30, she can crash.
Yeah. It'll probably be more like 3 to 6, but
there's a 4-hour nap.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a 3-hour nap, 2.5, 3.5, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
She can go with that, get back up, drive to the next job, work that 7 to 2, back home by 2:30, in bed. She gets another 3 hours of sleep, wakes up, right back out to the other job.
Yeah.
And it sucks dividing up sleep like that.
I mean, she's keeping herself busy, which keeps herself out of trouble.
That's a plus.
Yeah.
I got a text message from her earlier that I can say, well, the other job is a diner.
Okay.
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 And she was walking through, and the cook in the kitchen grabbed her ass.
Ruh-roh, George.
His face was met with her right hook.
Did he talk funny because of the broken jaw?
And I go, how bad did you damage him?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to agree. Is anything safe in Chicago? I would rather drive through Iran with Trump dumping Tomahawk cruise missiles like candy at a parade than go through Chicago. Tyler, you're not far off, buddy.
Yeah.
You're not far off at all.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I would rather be doing the bronzer on Bubba's spray tan than drive through or deal with anything in downtown Chicago.
Yeah, no kidding.
Granted, I would then have to bleach my eyeballs, but
yeah.
That's just terrible. So anyway, I'm like, look, I got the train station and GPS. Please tell me we don't have to bring that one up. She goes, no, he's fine. But they made her take a timeout.
Aw, they put her in the corner?
They're like, go outside and have a cigarette,
Okay.
But her boss at the diner absolutely loves her. They think the world of her. The boss at the warehouse, they think the world of her because she's bust ass worker, man.
Okay.
And again, every one of us that has ever done shift work, me, Tyler, Corey, Adam, all you guys, we've done it. We know what it's like to split sleep, and does it suck? Yes, but it does give you the rest that you need to keep going.
Yeah. Like if you do it right, you can pull it off. If you do it wrong, oh, buddy.
Right, yeah. But you do that on the days where you've got both jobs that you're working, and then when you get your days off, then it's like catch up ball.
Yeah.
Like you take Tyler as an example, because Tyler, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to use you as an example for this. Take Tyler's schedule as an example. 1 month, 3 on, 2 off, 2 on, 3 off. And he gets every other weekend off that way, and he's working 12-hour days. Now, on his work days, man, you're doing good to hit him with a spit wad. Because he is so fucking busy that he can't think straight. And the biggest thing Tyler wants at that point is he wants to come home, he wants to have a hot meal, a cold beer, and he don't want any shit.
I mean, he still gets it, but
he gets it all the time anyway, but he don't want it. Okay.
Yeah, that's just life.
Now, next month, when the schedule flips, then it's 12-hour nights for a month, 3 on, 2 off, 2 on, 3 off. And again, every other weekend off. And I mean, but that 12-hour shift at night during the day, somebody calls him, he's like, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, I found text messaging and waiting. Let him respond.
When I get a chance to talk to him, I love having conversations with Tyler, especially since we're getting along again. I have so much fun with that because it reminds me of what our friendship was, and I'm happy that's actually starting to come back. I love those conversations. But man, he's kind of understanding where I was at a couple years ago when I was saying, man, this is killing me. I'm getting too old for this shit. He's starting to see it. He's getting older. He's starting to feel the body break down, and the body wants to say, fuck off. I need the rest.
I mean, bear in mind, he's a younger millennial than I am.
Yes, he is.
But time catches up with all of us.
Well, I mean, and here's the funny thing is like millennial is the generation right after us wonderful Gen Xers. Which I get the dirty look.
2 hours and 2 minutes, fucker.
Well, I wasn't by hours. I had almost a full year.
Well, no, I mean me being Gen X versus, as you put it, millennial.
Yeah. All right.
2 hours and 2 minutes.
But when you look at the millennial generation now, they're the ones that are coming up in their late 20s and their 30s and their early 40s, right?
Right.
And then what was it after millennials? It was millennials, and then
Gen Z, I think, is what it
was
goes
it
to.
Gen Z?
Yeah. And then you have Gen Alpha.
Okay, all right, yeah. So Riley is Gen Z. But Riley is Gen Z with a Gen X work ethic. Wonder where he got that from.
Yeah. Not his siblings.
No, not obviously. Oh, no, I take that back because, Glenn, his older brother, is a true workaholic.
Okay.
I mean, he's just what he's doing and where he's found himself to be comfortable. He just doesn't make a lot.
Okay.
but he's comfortable doing what he's doing, and he likes his job, and he has the ability to walk in, and he's got enough of a reputation for being a hard worker and knowing what he's doing that he can look at his boss and tell his boss to fuck off. But Glenn is a worker. You know, I give Glenn all the credit in the world for that. He is a worker. When she's got the job and shows up, my daughter is a worker. Riley bagged himself a summer job down here this year.
Cool.
He's going to be working with my buddy Mark and doing construction work this summer.
Cool.
And he's all about it, you know. He's going to make $10 an hour when he's out there with Mark, and then come back and have money in his pocket. And I'm going to look at him and go, now, you little shit, you can buy me a steak dinner, you little motherfucker. You know,
now you can buy your own Coke. That's from my shit.
There you go. Buy your own fucking beer.
Coke.
No, I don't want to buy Coke. My God, I don't need to see white powder in his nose.
Okay, Coca-Cola.
Oh.
Unless you're putting like Crown with your Coke.
Well,
or with your TX, with your TX.
It has been known that, well, not the TX, but it has been known to happen with the Crown. But that was years ago.
You know, a little bit of candy makes you dandy. I get it.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I'll tell you what, you know.
I mean, I don't get it, but I get it, I guess.
Well, we were talking about this last night at the bar, and you have two different ways that people get whiskey dick.
Okay.
It's either or it's ring.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm the latter.
Okay.
The problem is Coke dick is worse. That thing does not want to go down for anything.
I was about to say, I don't really want to ask. Don't make me ask about your Coke dick.
Well, it had no conscience at all. And I mean, luckily though, I did.
That must have been before your ascension to saint. Just saying.
Because I would never, ever, defile the virtues of the female of the species. What are you doing the sign of the cross for?
Saint TJ.
Yep, Saint TJ.
I mean, I don't know where this filthy rumor began that I did all of this promiscuity.
Espiritus Sanctus Domini Patria Filio.
But I'm a victim of misspoken untruths.
Listen, the rumor I heard was you fucked your way out of a cop car. How many people do that, TJ?
I would like to see the evidence thereof.
It's like, come on, TJ. Who does that?
Not me.
Right.
Hey,
I
have never taken a dump in a church confessional.
I've never done that either. No. Granted, I have been kicked out of a Christian college for not having sex, but having sex.
You were kicked out for fornicating like rabbits.
Yeah, except for I didn't. That's what sucks.
Well, not with me.
Yeah.
That's the funny part. But no, like I said, I have no idea where these rumors began.
Rage, maybe. I think that's my source anyway.
Well, I mean, let's see. At one point in time, we had two And they never let me live a fucking thing down, either one of them. One of them was Rage.
Yeah.
The other one was Marvin.
Yeah.
And I never lived a fucking thing down with the two of them around. Now they're gone, so I can deny everything.
I plead the fifth.
There's no one around anymore that can testify against me.
Sounds like something in a show you watch.
I know, right?
You don't have any witnesses.
Yeah.
Good luck proving it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, we are done with this. No,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. No. As much as I cuss both of them for bringing up shit that should never have been brought up. I miss both them bastards every day. Every fucking day.
Yeah.
You know, and I think about, I was actually thinking about it earlier today, and just, I had time. I was sitting there at work, and I was waiting on a student to come in so I could take him out and drive him in the truck. And, well, he could drive. He needed to practice because he has his road test tomorrow.
Okay.
But I'm sitting there and I was thinking about it. Wait a minute here.
You know, I can send Tyler the link if you want.
Were you even around for a third of that shit?
Say, TJ, like I said, I can send him the link.
Well, let's plan for the next time he could be on, because I feel like having Tyler on when he can show up and hang out. But and he did say, you know, after that show he did with us after we lost Steve. He said, you know, the more laid back version of the show, and okay, so you are on nights this month. I was curious about that.
Yeah. I'm sure we can figure something out eventually if you really want to, Tyler.
Well, and I mean, he was like, the more laid back version of the show now, and where we're at, where we're kind of sitting back and we're bullshitting, and that's what it's really about, is so much different. And it's such, you know, I'm not trying to bring back the old show.
Yeah.
Did I have fun with the old show? Yeah, I had fun with the old show, but I'm not trying to bring it back. We can bring up these old stories and laugh about it, and, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, it's also some reflection and a little bit of seriousness, and we've got a whole different program I'm really happy with. And yeah, Tyler's welcome to come on if he wants to, and he's just got to let either you or me know, and when he's got a little bit of availability, and I'd be happy to put him on with us again. So, you know, kind of going back to where I was at, yeah, I mean, Steve, Marvin, Rage, God, I can run down a list, but Marvin and Rage, they really, as bad as Steve got to me, I think those two, because of how close they were to each other.
Say, yes, Tyler. Working 6 days a week does suck ass.
Yeah, 6 days a week sucks nuts. But you got the house you're paying for and everything else you got going on, and I understand why you're doing it.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I said, when I look back at it, and I'm being honest, all right, Marvin and Rage were 4 days apart.
Yeah.
That really hit me because, and no, actually, I think it was closer than that, wasn't it?
Yes, I know Marvin's was right on Christmas.
Marvin's was Christmas Day.
Yeah. So the 25th.
Rage was the 22nd, remember?
Yeah. So 3.
I was driving up, and you and I were talking when I hit St. Louis, and I said, you know, I really need to duck over here, and I need to go see Rage while I've got a chance.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, I could see that. And I was like, but I'm fucking exhausted because I had worked that day.
Yeah.
And then jumped in the car and drove up.
Yeah.
And I drove it straight through like I always do. And then right about the time we were talking about that, that was when Rage's widow, Heather, called me. And I said, hey, man, I got to take this. This is Heather. And you're like, okay, yeah, let me know what's going on. And I had to pull in at the rest area for two reasons. One, I really had to pee.
So good timing for a phone call.
But number two, she told me right before I got that rest area in Litchfield that, Rage had passed, that I just missed it.
Yeah.
So, that really hit hard. I was also talking to Marvin's daughter at the same time. And we discussed it, and I said, I'm thinking, because I knew I was going to have Riley I was going to have Riley Christmas Day. Yeah. And I said, I'm thinking that let me get Riley back to his mom, and I will come, and that gives you guys time to have Christmas with your dad. And then I will make my way over there the day after Christmas so I could see Marvin. I really want to see him. Yeah, he was not doing good, and I knew it. And Christmas morning, as we were waking up, and I had just gotten my coffee, that was when Nicole called me, and she said, hey, I hate to tell you this. I really don't want to, but Dad passed this morning. So it hit me in kind of a double whammy, because if you guys remember, every one of you, these were two of my closer friends. I was very close with both of them.
Yeah.
But add to that, I had full intention of seeing both of them. And just because of timing, I did not get that chance.
Yeah.
Rage I knew was going rapidly, and that's why I was trying to prioritize him. We honestly thought with Marvin, we had another month.
Yeah. Yeah, me and you had talked about it a few times after you had talked to Marvin's daughter.
Yeah. And I mean, we honestly thought we had another month, and to lose him on Christmas like we did. Yeah, losing Marvin was, it was. And I was sitting there in the Airbnb in Springfield, and I'm just looking at the wall, and Riley's like, Dad, it sucks, but all you can do is move forward. And he was right.
Yeah.
But if you think, and let's go back even further, and let's really look at like that 3-month time frame before driving up for Christmas. I had lost 2 of my uncles, 1 of my aunts, my grandfather. We lost JD, JD McTaggart,
yeah,
Marvin, and Rage, all in that time frame. I felt like I was fucking cursed.
Well, and there was a lot of talk that death was kind of following you around.
Yeah, and Steve was like, don't come near me. I don't want to die. I brought him mistakes that year. But yeah, it was just, it was way out of left field on how everything really happened. And nothing anybody could say, nothing anybody could do to reverse it. It is. So yeah, it was. Yeah, it was my Uncle John Meredith, my Aunt Mary's brother, or my Aunt Mary's husband, my Uncle David, my Aunt Connie, my grandpa, JD, Marvin, Rage.
Yeah.
And my grandpa and I, as you guys all know, we were very close.
Yeah, the tail end of that year really sucked for you and was really hard.
Yeah. I mean, oof.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we learned, oh no, I take it back. There was another friend involved too. Kenny Ray.
Okay.
Kenny Ray. Kenny was 4 days after my grandpa. And he was a friend of mine down here. And Kenny and Riley got really, really, really close. Okay.
Okay.
Like Kenny was ready to split the difference with me on plane tickets to have Riley here for hunting season, so he could take Riley to get his first deer. That was actually in the plans for that December.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, ultimately, we lost Kenny. So to kind of fill you in, back in the late 70s, Kenny was a champion bull rider.
Okay.
Well, that summer before they all passed, that was the summer that Riley tried bull riding for the first time. And everybody remembers the video of him tumbleweeding into the fence, you know.
Yeah.
But he made.
Well, he also discovered rodeo girls.
Oh yeah, he discovered buckle bunnies. All right. But you know, he tumbleweeded into the fence, got 5.5 seconds. Kenny was so proud of that he gave Riley his championship belt buckle.
Wow.
Okay. Now, this is something that is normally supposed to go to a son, right?
Right.
Riley's got it.
So that was pretty much his first ride, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, one of the first few, at least.
Yeah, one of the first ones, yeah. But now that was his first one.
Okay.
And Kenny gave him that belt buckle. And Riley, after Kenny passed, had me give, Kenny Jr. the phone so he could talk to Junior. And they had their chat. And when it was done, Junior handed me back the phone. He goes, catch me after this is, after we get done with this, catch me down at the bar. Okay. So we got through the service. We got down to the bar. And Junior grabs me and he goes, you are not going to believe what your kid offered to do. And I said, what? He said, he offered to mail me that buckle or give it back to me in person because it was my dad.
Yeah.
And I was like, what did you say? And he said, I told him that was given to him by my dad to guard it, keep it close, but it's his. And I wanted him to keep it to remember my dad. And I said, that is probably one of the coolest things you could have done. And Riley cherishes that belt buckle. And God help anybody that goes near it. I think he chased somebody with a ball bat over it. I mean, he's he's damn protective of it. And
he's showing a little bit of his mom in that action. Or is that more dad, TJ?
Yeah. Dad was known at one point in time for having a slightly elevated temper. With a little bit less control of it. But no, the fact is, like I said, when you look at everything and how it went in that 2 to 3 month time frame, I felt like I was hit every which way but loose. I could not figure it out. And I hope I never have another year like that.
Yeah. Well, no one should have a year like that. The fact that you had one, it should just stop there.
I mean, I really hope I never have another year like that. But I know so many people, and I've got people that I call friends, and I've got people who are really close. And I know eventually there is going to be another year like that.
Yeah.
And the only way there's not going to be another year like that is if I die. And, I know I'm going to die. I've made peace with that. I know it's going to happen. I know I have no control over it. When the good Lord decides to hit the light switch, I'm going to drop like a stone. That's going to be it.
Yeah.
But I think it's more important that we live, um, and not like try to live 200 years,
Yeah.
but live each and every moment for the moment.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot about quality versus quantity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Like there are a lot of people that do know, where I met Jen and how we got to know each other and a lot of the circumstances around things over the last couple of years with her. And there are some people that look at me and they go, "Why?" We mesh. We're a good fit.
her crazy matches your crazy.
Yeah, and for
Sometimes.
I know I've heard Julie in the background, so I'm going to throw this, and she'll recognize what I'm getting ready to say because she kind of follows the horoscopes, horoscopes, whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah.
The horoscopes and the signs. So, obviously, me, I am one of the most patient people on earth, being a Taurus, and
Yeah.
understanding, of course.
Right.
Yeah. And she is an Aquarius.
When things are good, things are very good. When things go bad, everyone else needs to watch out.
Together or separate?
Both.
Because I mean, all right. So if they piss her off, obviously it duck and run for cover.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me, I'm going to calculate and then make my move. The two of us together and they piss both of us off. Is there a safe county?
There's not a safe state.
Oh my God. Rhino in the chat room on Southern Friday just said Boner said he uses Bengay on his back. So Rhino said he had to ask him how long he's been gay.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It helps him bend over.
I guess. Well, so no, you get all that, and it's like, and I decided to take a little piece of advice that I heard last week on Dutton Ranch. And I think it's the best piece of advice. So for men, you need to understand that it's probably the best thing you can learn. When it comes to your woman, on day one, she's right. On day two, she's right. And on day three, you're fucking wrong. And if you can live by that, you're going to get along.
Well, it helps. And we'll say that.
So she started in on me, and I said, all right, you're right. You're right. I'm fucking wrong. I don't give a shit, though. I'm still going to say what I think. And she's like, you stubborn asshole. I said, I am not stubborn.
Well, you are, but I mean, that's beside the point and situation.
Like, I am not stubborn. I'm conservatively frugal.
Conservatively frugal.
Yes.
Okay. So stubbornness.
I'm conservatively frugal with allowing my opinion to change or my ideas to be bent.
So you're stubborn and closed-minded. Got it.
No, I am very open-minded, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
When a bull digs their heels in, good luck moving them.
Well, that's where you get a cattle prod.
I don't even want to know, TJ. I don't want to hear how Jen uses a cattle prod on you.
Not like that.
Damn.
Better not use a cattle prod on me.
If you do or if you don't, I just don't want to know.
I'll tell you what.
What you guys do behind or off air, fine.
I will give you a promise. If she ever does decide to use a cattle prod in a sexual manner, as far as attempting like stimulation or something, I will get pictures, and I promise you I will send them to Tyler.
Say, I don't want pictures of your chocolate starfish puckering at a cattle prod. Although Tyler might be able to empathize with, the TENS unit in the bathtub.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. Oh, God. That is still one of Mayhem's top 10 fucking moments of all time. I'm telling you.
A zap for a zap.
When he sat in that fucking bathtub and had that TENS unit attached to his fucking taint. Oh, my God. One of the top 10 best moments of all time on any Mayhem program. My God. I couldn't stop cracking up. And then the next show, when he was just like gingerly sitting down, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He goes, dude, my gooch is burned.
You mean no one sprung for a hemorrhoid pillow for him?
Oh God, I lost it again. It just that was the gift that what did we run on that? We ran on that for like what, a month?
Yeah.
Because
something like that.
It was the gift that just kept on giving.
It was good content that kept on giving.
It just kept delivering every time I turned around. I'm like, you can't let this one go. It's too good.
Yeah. No, you can only replace it with something else that
right. But I think Tyler's first stunt raising money for the kids still ranks among one of my favorites, and that is the pickled quail eggs and in the trunk of his car for 2 days in the hot summer heat, hot old style beer. And oh my God. And he was holding it down. He was holding it down until we started going, all right, jumping jacks. And, he started having to do all the exercise. That was it. It was gone.
And the only thing he was lacking in that was some Malort.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. The magnesium citrate.
Yeah.
When he did the magnesium citrate challenge, and he's just sitting there talking through the show like, it ain't that big of a deal. I ain't worried about it. Ain't that big of a deal. I got a text. I got a video message overnight that night. I wake up to it the next morning as I'm getting ready to go to work. And he's sitting on the toilet. He's like, you son of a bitch.
That's the thing about magnesium citrate. It doesn't hit until it all hits.
Yeah, it hit. He goes, I think I shit out a cheeseburger I ate when I was 5.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm watching this because I've got the phone up in the phone mount in my car, my truck at the time, and I'm driving to work, and I'm watching this, and I'm cracking the fuck up. And my only regret on that is it couldn't hit while we were on the air.
Yeah.
Because I knew if
it's never going to. I mean, if he starts taking it at the beginning of a show, you need like 3, 4,
Yeah.
maybe even 5 hours before that missile hits.
Well, what's even worse about it, he did it when Susan was there. And
Yeah.
this was back in the apartment that they had. And that hit, and he pretty much lived in that bathroom for the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
He'd try to get up, and it hit, and he'd have to go back. She wore a mask to try to cover some of the smell and brought him meals in the fucking bathroom.
Well, I mean, if you lit a candle, it was going to set the room ablaze. I mean, it was
Foul.
foul.
When that happened, he might have blown the wall out.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was just. And we got to the next show, and he was on the show, and I'm like, "How you feeling?" He goes, "You son of a bitch." You son of, and I mean, that's all he could do is just throughout the first half hour of that show, all he could do is call me a son of a bitch. But when I look back on that was, and before I even logged him onto the show because he didn't have the accesses then, before I even put him on the show, I played and shared, if you remember, Adam, I played and shared those videos where he was cussing me all night and all day because when that hit, it hit.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I think I shit out my upper intestine, you bastard." You know, I mean, it was. I was like, "So do you think that would be something to cure constipation?" He goes, "You motherfucker." You know, I mean, but it ranks as like one of the best things that happened on the show. One of the most memorable moments.
I mean, Tyler was always good at giving good pain.
You know, he delivered. Damn it. He delivered so much to that show. And I remember thinking about it, and I saw that ability that I knew he had where he could really lead. And I saw the potential of leadership, and I saw that potential to build where he could do it. And that's why I started working with them on hosting and learning how to do that. And there are still things that I want to pass along. I really do. And I think the biggest thing that I want to pass along to him is remain versatile. Because yes, they are doing primarily a comedic show that's, let's face it, it's a lot of dick and fart jokes.
Yeah.
And I've done those shows, and they are a lot of fun. When you get into it, they are
sometimes we still do it.
Sometimes it happens here. You're right.
Yep.
They are a lot of fun. I wanted to start making my way away from that. I mean, I'm still always going to find a fart funny. I still think dick and fart jokes are hilarious. You know, at least a couple times a month, I've got a half hour where I play songs like, you know, the country song that was written. It's called "I Farted During Sex," you know. And it's from a woman's perspective where she farted during sex.
There are weirder noises a woman can make during sex than farting.
Yes,
but anyway.
You know, there's that. There's, you know, the song from the woman's perspective called "Wrong Hole." And then she did a sequel to it called "Wrong Hole Again."
It's like, are you even aiming?
No, in the second one, she was more encouraging.
More encouraging.
Yeah. like, no, you need to go for the wrong hole now.
Oh, okay.
There's the one I sat on my balls again. Of course, one of everybody's favorites. I thought I farted, but a shit. There's another one. I got a boner at the dinner table. But there's so many of the. I'll do stuff like that, but I don't do it often. We've gotten more involved in like what's going on in life, and then we will end up talking politics, or we will end up talking current events, or stuff like that. Like, we've been getting rain again like crazy.
Yeah.
If anybody's been following the weather down here in Central Texas, we've been getting hammered with rain for like the last week.
The last thing you guys need is another flood.
Well, and I mean, I will say that it's not coming down like it did in July.
Okay.
But it has been coming down pretty heavy. And what I am noticing is like I'm noticing creek beds that were dry since I've lived here now have water in them.
Okay.
So I believe that we have finally gotten to the point where the ground is completely saturated.
Okay.
And with it being saturated now, then we now it's starting to fill up the creeks and the rivers and the reservoirs and the lakes and get us back to normal water levels.
No.
Now, mind you, this is something that we have needed for a while.
Yeah.
Because the Texas drought prior to this was right at 4 years of drought.
Yeah.
And all of us are like, especially friends of mine that ride, all of us that love to ride motorcycles. We're all standing there going, well, none of us want the rain when it comes to stuff we want to do.
Yeah.
But there's not a damn one of us down here that's going to bitch about it because we absolutely need it.
Yeah.
And the more we get, the better off we are. I'm not complaining.
Get it while you can. Just hope that it stops eventually.
Right.
Get what you need, then it can stop.
But we've had, and I'm glad we're getting it. We have Memorial Day weekend this weekend. Yes, we will be on Sunday. Yes, I will be on Southern Fried on Monday. But I've got other things I'm doing. I'm planning on moving to Silverado this weekend.
Okay.
Which, by the way, Tyler is very jealous of. He did tell me he's been wanting a square body Chevy, and then he called me a son of a bitch for having mine.
Well, what? He has what's the car he has in his garage now?
What's in the garage?
Yeah.
I am we've got Theodore Raphael Cruz looking out for us. Everything will be fine. Oh boy. Now I no longer feel safe. Hey, thanks a lot, bud. Thank you, Corey.
No, it's not Corey.
Oh, it's Jeff.
Is that Jeff?
I know one's, well, the big one I know is Corey, but I thought he had two different accounts. I don't know. Well, in any case, I hate that they did that and I can't see a name.
I know. I mean, you can if people use Facebook, but Facebook restricts how you can reply.
Yeah, I prefer the YouTube chat room. You can say whatever you really want.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about it. Like, oh God. You know what?
What?
Tyler was doing that forever between Tyler and Fat 420 on the old show, and they ran with that And it used to make Amanda Kluge so angry because they would say something and then it'd send her off on a tangent. And she's like, I will kick your fucking ass or whatever it was.
Yeah.
She threatened somebody and then get kicked into Facebook jail.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there for a while, this was the banner.
Yes, it was.
Isn't that
Well,
how
it was
Jupiter
him,
not
Unleashed. It
started?
was great
Yep.
my days as Ray's extra small penis.
It's like, listen, I remember for a while on Tyler's show being known as the Juggernaut because I got away with saying so much dirty shit on Facebook and didn't get banned.
But I mean,
Not suspended, nothing.
She threatened Steve in the chat room when Steve was just in the chat.
Yeah.
He wasn't even on the show. And she got banned. And then Tyler would pop off a comment and she'd get banned. And then Fat 420 pop off a comment and she was banned. I think she got up to, and Tyler, please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember for sure, but I think she got up to a full month.
Yeah, I think that's about the time she finally switched over to YouTube.
Yeah. Then when she switched over to YouTube, then she could start saying whatever she wanted and get away with it. But
you see, the thing about Facebook, at least at the time that I was doing it, you can't talk about violent stuff. You can talk about who's doing what to who with what phallic object or with someone else's dick, I think is what I would say. But you know, you can't say you're going to unalive somebody or you can't be violent.
Well, I mean, she told Fat 420 in the chat room once that she was going to rip off his head and shit down his neck and banned.
Yeah,
because
it's violent.
And I'm like, and I matter of fact, if I remember right, we did a show and she logs in and it was right after she'd gotten out of Facebook jail. And before she logged in, I told everybody, I'm like, all right, let's see how long it takes before we get her to go back into Facebook jail.
Yeah.
And
it's a fun challenge.
all of us started and it took like 9 minutes.
That is not surprising. Not with Amanda.
She was back in Facebook jail. And I'm dying of laughter. And then I get a call from Kluge. He's like, you motherfuckers. I said, it was funny. And he goes, no, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was.
I said, you know what's funnier about it? And he goes, what? And I said, I don't have to live with her.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I miss Steve lighting her up. Oh, my God. I miss Steve lighting her up.
Yeah.
And he could do it. He had it down. And she'd be lit up. Oh, it wouldn't stop. She'd go a full show. It would not stop.
Yeah, once you got her going, she was a snowball.
Yeah.
She just kept on rolling, and it kept getting worse.
It just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah, it never stopped.
Yeah.
It was insane. And I don't think I have laughed as hard as some of that. You know, just those, it was a great time. And it was a lot of fun. And I mean, you know, Tyler's doing what they're doing now, and best of luck to them. I hope they see success.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was able to, you know, a lot of them in there did not have the desire to do what they're doing now.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I was able to instill that and give them something where they really do enjoy it. And I'm happy that they do. Only rivaled by Brent busting Jason's balls. Yes, you're correct. Yeah. Oh God, Jason's another.
Yeah, I remember the diabetes era.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
that was great too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was live then on Morning Disaster back in that era.
Yeah.
Um, you know, there's so much like I understand where he's coming from and everything, but he takes himself so damn seriously.
Yeah.
And I mean, you even hint at something and he's upset and
Mm-hmm.
he gets angry and it's like it you know, he just I'm like and I told him multiple times. I'm like, dude, you cannot take yourself this seriously. You really can't.
Yeah.
Because it will spike your blood pressure. You will unravel.
Yeah. Well, it's like you referring to me as millennial. I just kind of have to bite the bullet on that one.
Yeah.
My repulsion to it can make it funny, but I don't take that shit seriously.
You know, I mean, look, well, let's look at it from this angle. All right. Let's look at now that Jason Kluge has been brought up. Let's look at his contribution on in Mayhem's history. You know, when Tyler and I were sitting there, I'm like, you really want to get him going? And I was like, and Tyler goes, what are you up to? I said, let's talk about what would happen on a desert island. Tyler and I planned that, right? We went with it.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I mean, that was about 2 weeks that went. And seeing him get so he tried to find anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And no, you deliver the mail. So we're not in the mail. We're stuck on a desert island.
He pushed so hard for it to be 420.
He really did too. He really did. And I almost let him have it, and I'm like, nah, that ain't gonna work, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it went so well because he got so mad about it. And he took it all seriously. He took it all to heart. That's like, dude,
Well, I mean, you're not going to have chicken nuggets on the island.
Yeah.
So, what would Jason eat?
But I was like, you'd be a great contribution if we ate you. Yeah. He's like, no. And I mean, I was just, the more we go into it, the just like, I think we even got graphic at one point. Like, no, we're going to cook this first.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't remember all of it exactly. Like, I remember the whole scenario and how funny it was. I don't remember how we broke it all down. But we did. We had a ball of that. And then Fat 420 did something stupid, so it was time to aim back at him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that was how that show ran, and it did great.
Yeah.
And we had fun, and the chat room had fun. That was then, and I had a great time with it, and I'm glad the tradition of it now. Maybe it's not being carried in name, but the tradition of the show is still being carried.
Yeah.
And
and to Tyler's credit, they are trying to make it their own, but that type of stuff, it can be difficult.
Yes, it is.
So, but they're still going. From what I understand, it's well received. They're definitely not losing viewers.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's great.
It is a niche, and it being the niche that it is, I mean, they've got it. God, run with it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those things. It's if you like it, you love it, but if you don't, you don't.
And I've worked in multiple different shows that did that niche and hosted multiple different shows that did that niche. I don't want it anymore. And I think, towards the end, that was one of my biggest problems is I wasn't quite ready to let it go, but I knew it was time because I did not want it anymore.
Yeah.
I wanted this show, which I haven't heard any bad about it, and we've been pretty well received as well.
Yeah.
And we check our numbers, and we're doing okay.
Yep.
It takes time. I'm not out there boosting posts.
Yep.
And I'm not renting ads in the Illinois Times. And,
Yep.
we're just grassrooting it. And we're having fun while we're doing it.
Yep. We hope you listeners are having fun with us.
Smoker Mania was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still on the fence as to whether that'll come back or not.
Well, and that decision will come around when it's time to make that decision. I'm not going to rush you into where that should go.
Maybe I should reach out to Brent and go, hey, if you can log into Ray's show and make one person on that show turn as red as a tomato, and I will bring it back. But the fact is, to bring it back now, with all the interest that was in it, it'd have to be done completely different. Because we got to put the first one together.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that'd be interested in competing now, and you have to put that together the right way.
Yeah. I mean, we still have the idea of a bracket type of system. If it comes into play, I still like my idea for the hot box from hell.
I really think that would be fun.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, and looking at the time and knowing that I have to be up early tomorrow, and I'm hoping I can ride the bike in.
Yeah. I think Marcy will have me up early in the morning.
Well, she likes her daddy time.
Yeah.
She doesn't like it when mommy has to leave and go make a delivery, though. I heard that.
No, yeah.
So, any final thoughts tonight before we peel on off and get back to our normal lives?
No, actually. There's not really a whole lot going on, so... Okay, we now know Jeff's final thought of the night.
There is the final thought of the night. I really wanted to see Steve with a dick drawn on him. Oh, God.
Would you put it near the dick dent?
No, Hippers has got the dick dent.
Oh. Well, I thought Steve had one like in the back.
No, Hippers has got one in his head.
Oh, okay.
But if Hippers lost, I think we'd have to draw a dick in the dick dent.
Yeah.
Insert
the D here.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in and kind of listening to us ramble and sticking with us. And I'm going to start researching different stuff. And I know Adam's going to as well. And we're going to start getting some subject content back. It's been a rough couple of weeks. And I am still working through a lot. Adam's working through a lot. And it just, as we start to finally see the light at the end of the tunnel, it just kind of piles back on us.
Yeah.
But you guys who have supported me, my different incarnations of shows, and everything I've done over the years, I can't express it enough. And I don't express it enough. And I know I'm very guilty of that, but I'm extremely grateful, and I'm, I cherish that you guys have stuck with me, and through the good and the bad and the thick and the thin, and the good times with money and the bad times when we're broke, and you've always been there. And whenever I get a chance to do a show, you've been there and you've helped build me back up and keep me going. And yes, to me, this is a hobby now. I don't expect to ever win any awards. I just want to come in here and have fun and have a good time. And I wouldn't trade you listeners for anything in the world ever, because you've been fantastic. I will not deny, I don't know how many years I got left doing this. I am I am moving forward with my education. I'm looking forward to that, and it's kind of that's my sunset phase, basically, because that's where I'm going to be like, all right, now I've got all this done, and I can start traveling and working telehealth, telemental health, and doing the things that I really want to do. Um, so I don't know how many years I've got left doing this, because I don't want this to inhibit when I get to that point. And but that bridge is still down the road.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out from there. And if you guys want to, if there's any subject content you guys want to talk about, or you got a question about maybe a story of something that happened, in one of the previous incarnations of the show, or whatever in the last 10 years, and that's it. August is 10 years that the Mayhem network itself was lit back up. And between the listeners and the viewers and the different friends that have supported and the fans, I can't tell all you. I really cannot tell you how much I'm really grateful for all of you. So with that being said, we'll see you Sunday night at 4.
Yep.
I'm TJ. That's Adam. And this has been Mayhem's Amigos After Dark. We'll see you next time, everybody. Good night.
Good night, everybody.